And it says we are live. All right. Another Monday. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Was last week like a week or what? I don't even know what to say about last week. It was crazy. That's what I'm going to say about last week. I'm glad last week is over. You know, I can't even pinpoint to you what made it so crazy, but I felt like I just went nonstop. And I got to tell you that I actually, on Saturday, I just laid in bed until about 10 o'clock. And then I still just kind of stayed in my jammies until like noon. I took a day. And I took my mom shopping on Saturday. So I hit some more thrift stores, but I don't really count that working. That's not working to me. That's fun. That's play. So I'm good with that. But welcome. And it's so funny. Every single Monday at this time, somebody calls me. Say, come on. Don't they know? No, go away, phone. Banishing the phone. All right. So if you're new here, if you're first time, I would love to know that you're watching. Just pop over, say something in the comments. And there is something I am going to talk about today. It is another big, ugly gorilla in the room that involves eBay. And it just came out in the news today. It's really ugly. It's really bad. It's really a big black eye for eBay. But we're going to talk about that a little later into the show because I think that's something we need some positive before we go into that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to start and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I sold and packaged up and shipped that I didn't get into one of the shipping videos. You know, I make the shipping videos when I have, you know, several things that I can show you sold. And that's kind of like, that's where I do my like what sold portion of my eBay life. But there are a couple of things that I sold that I wanted to talk about that I have shown here on the show before. So let me pop over and show you. Let's see. I'm trying to make this work. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm still figuring out the buttons on this software. So you might remember me talking about this Joseph Originals music box during a shipping video because I hold each item up and I tell you about it. And I took a best offer of $30 on this piece. And I was having regrets about that. But I thought, you know, I'll always honor. If I make a sale, if I agree to something, I'm not going to back out. I'm going to sell it. So I went ahead and I packaged it up and I shipped it. Now, what I really super duper wish I had done on video was played the music. I know for a fact this music box worked when I sent it out because that's how we knew it played Impossible Dream. We had to wind it and play it to get the song. So it was tested. So the woman that made the offer, I woke up the next morning and she actually was requesting to cancel based on the fact that she said that the listing had ended. Therefore, she went and found something else. I was like, oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure the language on the offer says how many hours that offer is good for. And the fact that I could still accept her offer meant that the offer was still good. So I messaged back and forth with her and I asked her, you know, I'm happy to do the cancellation, just request it. And then she paid. I was like, okay, that's weird. So she paid. So I messaged her again and said, I see you just paid. Does that mean you don't want to cancel the order? And she says, oh, I found a place for it. Now, I was getting just the red flags were like screaming in my head. Here, I'll come back on here. Where am I? Where am I? There I am. I was very, very hesitant to ship this to her. And sure enough, literally, like it was like the minute it was delivered, she was already asking for a refund, telling me that it didn't work. So she knew how to get the return shipping paid. I did message her and I told her that it worked fine when it left here. And I asked her if she wound it, and she wouldn't admit that she wound it. Obviously, if it doesn't work when it comes back, she overwound it. That is what happens to these music boxes. So I'm pretty bummed about that. I don't know if there's a way to fix it, but it is what it is. It's part of this business, and I still get emotional over some of these things. I'm not saying I'm like all perfect and I've figured out how not to get upset by this stuff. But I try to just keep it business. Try to just keep it business. Hello. You know what? I always read your name as Johnny. Is it Johnny or Joni? Correct me. I want to say it right. But hello. Thank you for saying hello. So people know what I'm talking about. She's going to correct me on the correct pronunciation of her name. All right. So this is coming back. I will keep you posted. But you know what? Sometimes you can trust those little inner, that little angst. Oh, it's Joni. Okay, perfect. Joni, I will not miss it up again. So it is what it is. It's coming back. So there was that. The other thing, you may have seen me post about this some time ago, was the ugly piece of glass that I thought was like a throwaway piece that was in this is not why I bought the lot. This was like one of those, I'm going to have to just, donate this. It's nothing. But I research everything because you never know. And this was a piece that happens to be Blanco glass by Wayne Husted. And I found enough info on it to find out that it was made in 1959. And I listed it for $150. I sold it for $100. And the reason I took $100 was, after all, this was a piece I didn't think had any value. So $100 out the door, boom. So that piece got shipped off and they are very happy with it. So I did find, if you ever spot and this is the kind of piece, you guys, that you're going to end up finding on a thrift store shelf in just amongst all of the, I won't say clear glass because it's not clear, but it's going to be amongst all of those vases and things that they pile all together, because this isn't marked. They don't know what it is. It looks like a vase with a bunch of dots on it, and it comes in different colors. So it's the design you want to watch for, is those applied black blobs on it. So watch out for those because it's $100 plus. The more rare the color, the higher the price goes. This was a fairly common color. So, and Blanco is pretty fascinating. You can find when it was done by the colors and some of the shapes and things. I love Blanco glass. So just wanted to share those couple of things with you to kind of watch for, and I'll keep you updated on the music box. All right. I did some shopping this week, as you can see. It's all here behind me. One of the bummers about this house I'm in is it's 2 stories, and right now I am upstairs. This is where my little office space is, so I have to bring all the stuff upstairs and then I have to carry it all back downstairs. I could just get a better setup downstairs to do all this in one place, it would be awesome. But my eBay room right now is absolutely crammed full of stuff because you may have seen I got that entire carload of goodies from a friend. Well, that all is in that room, in the garage, and I downsized my space at the antique mall. So all of that is in my room. Like, if you live in the Vegas area and you need stuff, come on over. I will put together some care packages. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff, so much stuff. I wish I could have a yard sale. I truly do. I would have one of those, sell it for $1 a piece yard sales and just make a few $100s and sell a ton of stuff. But we can't. I'm in an HOA and it's also really, really hot and we missed out on yard sale season. But yeah, so I got to figure out what I'm doing with that. And then in the meantime, the friend calls me up and says, hey, I have another load of stuff for you. So that's still in my car. So I will be doing a mystery unboxing video of that. I'm going to try to do it tonight after it cools down. So otherwise I have to ride around with the stuff in my car until I do that. So that's my fun. So watch for that video this week. I have 13 items to ship today, which I didn't get videoed yet this morning. So I'm going to go make that video after I get done here. So I'll probably get that one uploaded tomorrow. And then I'll do the mystery unboxing one probably on Wednesday. Just try to stay ahead of the game here. Sales have been good. So I cannot complain. eBay sales have been fantastic. People say, what do you think the trick is? And I will tell you, it is consistency. The search engine algorithms now really, really depend on consistency. So list every day. And if you can't list every day, I'm going to tell you to spend the 10 cents on scheduling your listings and get a couple items up every day. That, 20, 30 cents to get a few items up a day versus just doing them all on one day is going to pay for itself in sales. It will. Oh no, Jenny, your iPad wouldn't let you on. Well, I am so glad you made it. Hello, welcome. Oh, Joni says, I was getting so much stuff. I was giving carloads away for almost a year. Yeah, it pains me a little bit, because I see value in everything and I want to sell everything, but realistically, that actually will cause me not to sell the stuff I need to sell because I'm going to be putting so much time and energy into that stuff. So I'm sorting through and I'm literally going to make up boxes and tubs of things and sell them for like $20 a box or a tub on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, let somebody else make the money on them. Now you have enough stuff for new listings for at least a year. I don't have enough stuff for new listings for at least a year. A lot of the stuff I would say is not for me for listing because I'm looking for that $20 and up. Excuse the guinea pigs in the background. I'm looking for $20 and up. And some of this stuff is not $20. It's like, 10, 12, 15. So there may be a seller out there where that works really good for. So hopefully, or somebody here that goes to the, the local flea market or the swap meet. Yeah. Okay. I can't tell the guinea pigs to be quiet. So they're over there. They're very loud this morning. So yes. So made it just a little slow. That's okay. Better late than never, right? Welcome. Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Says he's enjoyed watching all the videos and learning a lot. And this, something I have learned about this business, it is a never-ending learning journey. I started this is my 22nd year. Yes, 22nd year on eBay. And I started in the good old days, where we had film cameras We got checks in the mail. You had to scan your pictures into the computer. Oh my goodness, things have definitely changed. We can do a much more robust business now with technology. I will tell you that much, even though some of it is very frustrating, but definitely. I'll be in Vegas before 7/1. Please save a good bun. I think you mean bunch for you, right? Okay, Jenny, you're on. You're on. You message me and let me know what kind of stuff you're looking for. I will make a custom care package for you. Your average profit has been at 25 or better this year. That's it. That is how you scale this business if you are a one-person operation, because there's only so many hours in the day. I mean, there just is. It's math. So if you want to make more money and you can't list any more than you're listing, then you have to list things with a bigger profit margin. And that's the name of the game. And learning how to do that, I hope I can help you learn how to do that a lot more. I've been trying to get in the habit of getting drafts ready versus scheduling listings. Then it's just clicking up. Yeah, you know what? That's actually what we do here. I do have one lady that comes in part-time and she creates the drafts for me. I create the titles and I research and do the pricing. She creates the draft and we kind of go back and forth with taking the pictures, depending on what we got going. And then literally I have the drafts sitting there and my goal per day is 10 per day minimum. 10 per day minimum is my get them up and launched. I don't always make it. Sometimes it's like, oh, these pictures aren't good enough to use, or we're missing some information, or that kind of stuff happens. But the goal is 10 a day. Really, the goal is 100 a week. So I try to go over that 10 a day. But I try to use the SMART goal logic where you are setting goals that you can realistically accomplish. If you do more than your goal, fantastic. But set the goal so it's reachable, because each day that you are able to make that goal and build on your wins, and that's a win, it feels good. It feels good to check stuff off a list. It feels good to get those 10 listings up, whatever it is. Reach that and get in that consistent pattern. You're actually creating a path in your brain to want more of that, to motivate you more to accomplish that. It's all very scientific, and it works really well. Building on wins is a great way to keep you building and moving forward. Yep. So that's a great strategy. Yeah, and if I've learned nothing else over the last 20 years, I have learned that there is no one right way to do this business. There's not. A lot of different sellers have a lot of different ways of doing things. And what I share here is what works for me. And you can take, what you learn from me and test it and tweak it and make it custom fit your business. What I have found does not work is if you listen to, 20 different eBay sellers who are giving information, and then you try to do everything that all of them do. That's just going to drive you crazy. So it's a matter of fine-tuning and testing what works for you. Now, I deal in antiques and collectibles. That is my niche. And so the information I give works really well in that genre of stuff. It may not work so good for clothing and shoes or commodity items. Even though I've dealt in that stuff, I don't like dealing in that stuff. You've probably seen I haven't even really been doing clothing. It's like I can source it like all day long, but oh my gosh, I really, really don't like listing it. I think it's the pictures. The pictures drive me crazy. Hi, is it Shay? Am I saying that right? I totally butcher names when I'm reading them. So forgive me. Forgive me. Aw. Joni says she still uses information she learned as an appster. That's awesome. I love that. And an appster is, I used to have the Niche to Profit Academy, and it was a membership, and then I had to let that go as I went through some crazy life stuff. And as I come back, I have decided to launch the YouTube channel for this, because what's really cool is YouTube pays me now. Nobody has to pay me, which is really awesome. It's Shay. Okay, Shay. I got it right. I like when I get a name right. People butcher my name all the time, so I am sensitive to that. I get it. It's annoying. So I never want to butcher a name. All right, well, let's jump into some of these goodies that I found this week. I'll just start with what's closest to me. Now, I have not looked. I take that back. I did look a couple things up at the store. Yeah, only a couple things, though. Most of it I just bought on impulse, which is kind of what I do and what I hope that you can get better at doing over the years. Oh, Joni says, how can they butcher Danny? That's because Danny isn't actually my real name. My real name is Deneen. It's spelled Danine, or if you read it on my driver's license, it's Daniene, because state of Nevada decided to throw an extra E in there. So yeah, that name never gets said right. That's why I go by Danny, so that it doesn't get butchered so much. And even then, you'd be surprised. All right. This came from Savers. Now at Savers, I did have, is this Savers? Are these Savers tags? Yes, they are. Yes. Okay. At Savers, I did have a 20% off coupon. So it says $5.99, so 20% off of that. So I paid like what? Like $4.80, I want to say. So this is a little pottery bowl with these little animals on it, and it is marked, couldn't make it out then. It's the Upjohn company, I want to say, Unipet. So maybe it's a dog dish. You see that? I think it says the Upjohn company. I'm going to leave this on because I haven't logged it into my spreadsheet yet. Have to do that after the show. So let's go take a look of what it's worth. I may have totally overpaid. I don't know. Upjohn company. So this is something I tell people is don't put in a whole ton of information when you're first doing your search. Do just some basic verbiage, like I put Upjohn company. The thing I do want to do is sort by highest. I don't care what the lowest one sold for. I want to see what the highest one sold for or are selling for. So we've got 241. Let me just look if there's see, pottery and glass is a category. Hey, there it is. So it is Upjohn company. Why are they saying McCoy on that one? I don't know. That's not McCoy. I guess it is McCoy because they're all saying McCoy. McCoy, Upjohn company. Huh. That's very interesting. Nothing on here says McCoy. That's fascinating. So here's what they are listed for. Now the cheapest one, and even though this one says $8.99 and this one says $6, what you have to pay attention to is the combined price. So down here, $15.87 is the cheapest, which includes shipping. This is going to cost about $8 to ship. So let's go to sold items. Interesting. This one had a lid. So it's a treat bowl. Wow. Interesting. I know I've said interesting like 26 times here, but because I'm literally seeing this the same time you guys are. Now, these prices do not excite me. So what I will do is try to get my money back out of this by taking it down to the antique mall where someone is more likely to appreciate it in person and give me $10 for it. Because $10 at the antique mall is a really good price versus taking $6 plus shipping over here. That's not so great. Not so great. So that one probably should have left on the shelf, but this is how I learned still too. And I just learned the Upjohn company is a McCoy company, which I did not know. All right. Then I got this swan. And it has a very Yadro look to it. It's not Yadro. So it was $4. Yes, $4 with the discount. Now the bottom is marked Brinco. If I cover up my face, it'll focus better. So you see that it's Brinco, which I thought was interesting. So we're going to go over and look and see if Brinco is worth anything. First, I have to move it so that I have room to type. Was it 2 N's? Yes. So I'm going to put in Brinco Swan. 0 results. So let me just check actives. So here it is. So we've got $14.99 and $14.99 plus shipping. I'm okay with that. I could live with $14.99. Something I notice is that neither one of these sellers have used a white background. So I know right off the bat, I'm going to have an advantage when I list this because it's going to be on a white background. And actually I'll probably use a black background on this, a plain background, which helps the search engine understand what it is you're selling and bring it up better. So that's going to make it so that I can actually price this probably at $19.99. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to solds. And because there's no swan sold, I'm going to take out swan and just see what has sold in Brinco. And now I have, is it 1 N or 2? Because maybe I'm spelling it wrong. No, it's 2 N's. It's definitely 2 N's. So apparently there is a Brinco with 1 N, which is interesting. All right, so now we can see that this is a brand that can actually sell for some good money. So apparently it's just the swan that's not very popular. So yeah, I'm going to list this for $19.99 and we will see what happens. If I end up taking a best offer of $14.99, I'm going to be okay with that too. So lesson learned. And I also now just learned to look for some of the more, I guess, baby looking pieces that are Brinco. Those sell for some good money. All right, I'll try to stick with my saver stuff first. So then I got, this was just an attractive, I've kind of been on a salt glaze crock kind of a hunt this week for some reason. And I spotted this piece. Now, I do think it is a hobbyist piece. You can see it signed very amateurish on the bottom. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, it's well done. The shape is done well. You know, in some of the hobbyist pieces, you can tell that it is an amateur potter because they don't get it quite round and it's not even, but this is done really well. They've done a good job. Now there is, I don't know if that, yeah, see it's got a little boo-boo here. They got a little smudge boo-boo, probably when it was drying. They didn't realize something bumped it. It's kind of like when you get your nails done and they're still wet. And I know you guys won't relate to that, but you women will relate to that. And you smudge it, and if you don't catch it, you go, oh, you go back, and then it's kind of too late. You'd have to start all over. Yeah, same with pottery. So Joni asked, do you use an iPhone? There's a great photo app that automatically gives you a complete white background without editing. I do not use an iPhone, and there is an app also for the Droid, but I have not had good luck with those apps. They still tend to like take out parts of the item. And here's my other reason I don't use that app. I think when selling antiques and collectibles, the buyers really want the sense that they're not buying a new commodity item and it's not that pristine on the retail shelf kind of a picture that they're being marketed. That I do make white backgrounds. I do lighten up I use the contrast and brightening in the eBay app itself. But I also will leave some shadows of the item, which when you use those backgrounds, it takes out those shadows. So then people question, is it really old? Does that make sense? Like, I want it to still look like an old vintage antique piece. And to me, when we make that perfect white background, it takes away from that psychologically. So that's why I don't use those apps. Yeah. She says it's called Photo Room for those of you who want to check that out. Really good for clothing, shoes, commodity items, goods that are not being sold on the premise of them being antique or collectible. I think those things work really good. I have such a system of editing my photos right there in my drafts that's an extra time consuming step for me to learn. I know, call me stubborn, but that's one of the other reasons too. I just don't want to add a phone step. I don't do much for my phone because my eyes are getting really bad as I age. So it's better for me to blow it up on my computer screen and be able to do it that way. So this piece was $2.99 minus the 20%. So it was like $2.40. But it's just a nice little pottery vase. So how do you price something like that? I'm glad you asked. Let's go price something like that. So what do I know about it? I know this is a salt glazed pottery. You may not know that, but you know that now because you've now watched the show. So I've got 129 results. And the salt glaze is basically when it's this like an earth tone background and then the cobalt blue on top of it. So let's see. What are people paying? This is row pottery. Okay, well, this is not a row pottery. But it's the same sort of look. So I'm thinking I can list this for probably 24. I'll probably price it at $29.99. I'll price it at $29.99 and of course be willing to take an offer on it. So you can see there's some simple forms. It's not row. I have sold row pottery, but it's in that style. So hopefully someone likes it for the style versus like the brand of row. So it's got the nice tulip on it. So yeah, we're gonna get $20 out of this. Basically, I'm gonna price it higher. I'm gonna accept $20. All right, move you over. Now, this may have been a mistake. But Father's Day is around the corner, so I've got to get this priced and down to the booth. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll list it. But, hey, Tri-State Picker Mom, hello, good to see you. Oh, and Joni says, I use pristine for the first photo, but unedited in the rest of the photos. Gotcha. Yeah, I edit all mine. I'm getting better about not editing all of them. I'm trying to work with my OCD on that and not make all the pictures perfect. I am trying to use that same logic. But it's that first picture is what makes somebody click on your listing. So that's really the one that they're going to decide whether or not they click into your listing. So I think it really just depends what you're selling, and you might test that theory. If you have some similar items, testing is hard when we're selling this stuff because we don't have like two of the identical items to do a listing this way and a listing this way. But you can do similar items and watch your views, watch your engagement, watch how many clicks you get. on that and see if there's a difference between how you do the pictures. It's worth a shot. Okay, this is a Gary Patterson cartoon mug. It's only a game. It's golf. It is dated. Oh, no, it's not dated. It's by Clay Design. You can see that on the bottom. It is made in China, as are most things these days. So let's see if it's worth anything. Oops, it's going to fall off my lap, and then it would be worth nothing. So we're going to look at a Gary Patterson mug. Now, I'm not going any further yet. I want to see what is sold. So we've got some regular size mugs. We've got a tankard. Okay, so looks like there's still a draw for these. Look, this is a regular size mug, and mine is an oversized mug. So I do believe I can price this at $20 down at the booth, even though I don't see this. And that's the thing. Don't get caught up in needing to find the exact one. You can go by same maker, same type, same, because it's, again, depending on the item. Like if somebody's looking for Gary Patterson mug, they may not be firm in their brain on what size they want. It may be about the subject matter. Something I didn't look at was the actives, which we will do real quick. Look, they go up to $199. Wow. So look, this is a sponsored. So this is $680 is all they're asking for this one. For me, I won't sell anything under $10 on eBay anymore, unless it's like throw it in an envelope and get it out the door. I have been doing that lately, and I'm doing that because I'm trying to get those things out of my store. But really, I want it to sell for at least $15. So yeah, $20 shipping, that's a lot of shipping on this mug. I can tell you for a fact, this is going to be a 2-pound package, which is going to be like $11-ish at the most to go to zone 8. So this seller going a little crazy there. $19.99. Yeah, that's 15 to 20. I'll probably price it at 15 because Father's Day is next weekend and I want it to sell this week. So I will turn my $3 and change into 15. Okay. Then I spotted these. I was, if something is like just interesting, I pick it up. I'll pick it up and I look at it. Now these have almost a modern look to them, but I noticed these wood stoppers, these wood cork stoppers. I'm like, they don't do this anymore. Okay. So I turned it over and discover it is Royal, and this is another word I can't say, Worcester. I know, laugh at me. I can't say Worcester. Whatever that word. It's like the sauce. So I know from the past that is a good brand. And some of the things can sell quite high. And let me show you what I mean. What state am I in? I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah. Where are you, Tri-State Picker Mom? Because I should have a clue by the Tri-State thing, but I'm not sure. So I'll let you tell me. All right. Let's look up Royal Worcester. Get them out of my way so I don't knock them off the desk. I can spell better than I can talk. All right. So we are sorted by highest first. And as you can see, Royal Worcester items can go all the way up into the thousands of dollars. Now, obviously, this is not a thousands of dollars piece. Let's go straight over to solds. All right, now we got 4,000. Now, I haven't narrowed it down yet because I wanted to show you how good this brand is. And when you spot it, it's almost always worth picking up. Oh, okay. In Kentucky. So tri-state, educate me. What are the 3 states that the tri-state makes up? And I need a geography lesson. I'm so bad at knowing where stuff is. I mean, I know where Kentucky is. So I'm just curious. One of these days, I'm going to get over that direction and go picking along. Don't you have like the 1,000-mile yard sale, or it's called something like that, over in that direction? I could have sworn it's in Kentucky somewhere, but let me know. All right, back to this. So obviously, if they're signed by certain designers, that's going to be worth a lot of money. You're going to see the quality of the, I wish this would blow up. I have to hit that for it to blow up. And then it still doesn't blow up very much. Frustrating. So vases, composts. You guys, this is worth the hassle factor of shipping. Come on. If you're not comfortable shipping this piece, pay $30 and have the UPS store do it. To get $1,500, I'm telling you. Whew, that's awesome. And they sold for this. These are sold prices. So it looks like what you want to look for on these is if they are signed by a certain artist. So, okay, we don't have one of these, but we can see this is really good stuff. I'm going to go up and put in, I think these are oil. I'm just going to put oil. I think they're oil and vinegar, but I'm just going to put oil because that should bring up oil lamps, oil paintings, oil lamp. Oh, there we go. Now, is it my $100 piece? No, but it's $25. I'm happy with $25. And that was with calculated shipping. So they are oil and vinegar cruets. Now it says it's Evesham. Sometimes I can't tell if the M is an RN or an M. I have to look a little closer. That's what I was looking for. So let me take out oil and put Evesham. I think that was how it's spelled. Did I spell it wrong? I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Evesham. Wow, there's over 1,000 solds on this. So it's a good thing. So from that little bit of research, I discovered the name of the pattern, that I can get $25 for it. I'm looking here to see if maybe I can even ask more. I'm probably going to ask more because I'm not seeing any. I'm not going to go all the way through, but I wanted you guys to see this is a good brand. I'm probably going to list these at $29.99 with best offer. $29.99 best offer. Let's get them sold. Happy with that. So watch for Royal Worcestershire. All right. Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. Oh, okay. I just learned something. I did not know that. I really want to go to Ohio because that is the land of glass. I have never been to Ohio. It's one of the states. I've been to a lot of states. I have not been to Ohio. And I know that's where all of the big glass makers had their manufacturing plants back in the day. Oh, I want to go glass hunting. And then we've got Debbie Carding is in Ontario, Canada, able to use U.S. shipping from the U.S. through a shipping company here in Canada. They help sellers from Canada save a whole lot on shipping to the USA. That's amazing. I love that. Love, love, love that. I have been to Canada. I have been to Ontario. That's where I have been in Canada. Been a long time. It's been like 20 years since I have been there, though. Always pick on vacays. Yep. Yeah. I can't go anywhere without picking. Yeah. Yeah. Virginia is another big glass capital. Yep. Absolutely. But Ohio, I believe, is where Fenton was based. The longest yard sale goes from Michigan to Florida. I think there's different ones now. I think there's a couple. I think there's a north to south route, and I think there's not west to east, east to west, but it starts somewhere like around Mississippi and goes over to the East Coast on a straight line. Worcestershire. Thank you. I feel like such a dork sometimes that I can't say this stuff. It's like, I know what it is and I know it's good to sell, but I can't say it. We'll go with it, right? Dayton, Ohio. Ashley's from Dayton, Ohio. Nice. Awesome. Roseville Pottery too. Oh, that's right. The old pottery and glass. The old Mosier Glass Paperweight Museum. Yep, would love to go there. Oh, I need a vacation, you guys. I need a vacation. It's coming. It's coming soon. Hey, I am going to take a minute because I'm watching the time. I am going to take a minute and discuss something that is a big news, and it's going to hit on a national level of news. And this is why I am bringing it up, because it could affect your sales. It could sour a lot of people on eBay until it blows over. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I should bring up the article. I didn't bring up the article. I don't want to go searching for it now. I'll give you the summary. Last year, in August of 2019, there were 6, I suspect there was more, 6 that they could actually pin charges on. eBay executives who are have been under investigation and are being charged with a crime against. Now, all the articles only say that it was a blogger who doesn't always talk kindly about eBay. And before I even say, I bet you guys can tell me right off the bat who you think it is, because I call them the Inquirer of e-commerce, because they love to just dig into all the dramatic happenings and get people fired up about eBay and now Etsy and Amazon and wherever else. Anybody got a guess who it is? I'll let you catch up because there's like a lag. You haven't heard what I said yet, so I'll wait. But anyway, so actually 6 eBay executives really went after this. It was a husband and wife who run the blog. No. Wasn't this big. This is a big publication. Big publication. They have, it's big. Big publication. They get advertising and all of that. So, but they had, these executives were responsible for what they're being charged with: cyber stalking. Forget the other technical terms. Basically, bullying them into shutting down and to stop talking about eBay. They sent them a bloody pig mask, live cockroaches, fly larvae, like really disgusting stuff, like really bad, attacking them verbally in emails and private tweets and e-commerce bites, you guys. It used to be known as auction bites. Now, that has not been officially verified, but you can put the pieces together and pretty much figure out that's who was the target, because they talk really badly about eBay a lot. So this is like big, heavy news, because these were top executives within eBay. And there's even indications that Devin Wenning was involved in some of this. He has not been charged, but there is evidence that he contributed to some emails and things. And it's also now coming out that that may be one of the reasons for his resignation in September. Yeah, they even went to Massachusetts. Yes, they stalked them. They literally stalked them. This is some crazy stuff, like really crazy stuff. And so this could affect buyers' attitudes towards eBay, because you know how these things go when people start like going all like crazy, like, bad company, let's boycott, let's hope not. But what I can tell you is I have had my own personal experience with levels of eBay. I actually get accused even on my current videos of drinking the Kool-Aid and being an eBay shill and all of these things. I used to be very, very outspoken about my feelings about things eBay would do. I had no problems coming out and saying what I thought about things going on with eBay. And I got pretty much blacklisted by eBay. eBay would not support anything that I was putting out. I was not allowed to go on eBay radio. And I even got told I couldn't comment in the eBay radio chat unless I was simply coming in to say, hi, Griff, hi, Lee. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. So I know that stuff happens at the top levels of eBay. And I am hoping that this will cause some exposure to anybody at eBay who wasn't aware of this was going on and put a stop to it. And I know Jordan Sweetnam is absolutely appalled at this. And I appreciate him coming in and trying to make a difference and do all this. And I truly hope that he can make a difference and we can get back to that community level that we once had. I mean, eBay used to be my life. I mean, my house was decorated in eBay colors. I went to every eBay event. I used to go to corporate insider meetings and things and have a say-so on policy changes and all of that. I was kicked out of all of that. And it was very, very ugly times. I'm not feeling that now from eBay. I actually seem to be back in their good graces. And but I will still come out and I will still post videos on my channel that are not what they want to hear and not in support of changes they make. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not going to let them, what's the word I'm looking for? Not edit. Wow, I can't even think of the word I wanted to say right there. My brain. Anyway, I will not be silenced, but I also want to encourage all sellers to look at their business model and focus on what you do have power over and what you can change, and the best way to be a voice to make change happen, and then what you can't and what you just have to learn to be flexible and live with in your business. And that is the route I take now. eBay is no longer like my life. I am on about 6 different venues selling stuff. I am not completely loyal to eBay anymore. I go where it's best for my business. I sell stuff where it's best for me. And I encourage you to do the same. Do what is best for your business. That is what it's all about. Censor. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Censor. I won't be censored. I will speak my mind. I will always speak my mind. But I'm not going to go on the attack. I am going to speak my mind and tell you how I feel is the best way to handle a situation. So yeah. Greg says, and I'm sorry, eBay execs didn't have anything else better to do. Yeah, eBay is a large corporation with thousands of employees and literally hundreds of executives. You know, the executive level it's big. And I am sure there are people up at the top who really didn't know what was going on. I fully believe that. And I also believe there are people up at the top who really want to see change happen and want to make eBay a better place. I totally believe that too. Jordan is one. Jordan Sweetnam is actually over in the Niche to Profit Facebook group that I run. So you have a direct line with an actual eBay exec who cares about your business there. So if you're not in that group, come join us over there. Come join us. Oh, yeah. So the influencer program, I was in that. That's one of the things that they kicked me out of for no reason. So I'm hoping I can get back in there, but so there you go. Over 20 years, I have had my dealings with eBay. I will tell you what. I mean, when I had my time machine shopping experience business that I opened, and we had developed software that was integrating with eBay, I was very involved with talking, to the CTO and people and learning about the search algorithms and things like that. I've had the opportunity to really be on the inside more than the average seller has gotten to. And it hasn't always been pretty. And it probably will continue. I mean, it's a big corporation. So we just got to do what we got to do and do what's best for our business. All right. Should we look at more stuff? Because, man, there's so much negative in the world today. I just want to stay on the fun part of, let's look up stuff and see where I can make some money. Okay, where are my other savers purchases? Oh, yeah, the bunny. Lots of Easter bunnies out there still. Poor Easter just got completely passed over this year. So I found this cute little bunny, and he's got no tail. And that's because I do believe, I'm going to go verify this in a moment, I do believe he is a cotton ball dispenser. And so his little cotton balls would come out of his tail area there. He is marked USA 968. I'm suspecting could be McCoy or Shawnee or some other USA pottery, which let's go find him. All right. Go back to my screen here, up to the top. So what do we know? We know he is a bunny. I probably should have put rabbit. Yeah, let me put rabbit. And I'm going to put cotton dispenser, if I can spell it right. Oh, look at there. Okay, so you can see there's several different ones. You guys, you do not need to put rare in your titles. Don't put rare. Especially if it's not. I bet I can go find more of him. All right, here we go. Oh, Hull. Is that him? I could put the number. Yes, it's a Hull. That's what I didn't do. So if I didn't know it was a cotton dispenser, I could put 968. Rabbit 968. And then, yeah, I'm going to get other stuff, but I can go into pottery and glass, and boom. Now I know it's a Hull. Let's see, what do they have? Pottery, pink, bunny, rabbit, figurine, cotton ball dispenser. Probably don't need all that. I'm going to put rabbit. I'm going to put Hull. And I'm going to take out the 968. This is how I play around to make sure I'm getting all the results. So now I've got 3. Boom, boom, boom. So 18. I'm okay with it. I was thinking he was about 1999. So I'm okay with that. Let me see. We got one for 1825. There's 3 of them for 5863. 18. Yeah, I'm still going to list mine for 1999. I'm still going to do it. And now I know he's Hull Pottery. So mystery solved on my little Bunnet rabbit. Ta-da! So he was $4.99 minus the 20%. So he was like $4. And I'm going to turn it into $18. Were these Savers? Yes. Okay. This drives me absolutely bonkers. Savers is famous for doing this. Salt and pepper shakers and bookends. They price them individually. Come on. Really? So, found these little food dogs, and they have them priced at $3.99 each. Unacceptable. So, I went ahead and I put them in my cart, as you will see on the video, and I decided I'm going to ask. So I did wrestle with my conscience on this, and I was going to peel one of them off, and I thought, no, don't. You got to be honest. Just go up there and show them. And I did, and they lowered the price to $5.99 for the pair. So I did the right thing, even though I was tempted. So food dogs do really good for me, in all different forms. So I thought, food dog, salt and peppers. Now I could be wrong, but I thought worst case scenario, I can get $10 for them down at the booth. So let me see. And there's no like who done it or anything. We just know they are food dog. Oops, if I can type salt and pepper. There we go. Oh, I would like to find those $250 ones. Those don't even look like food dogs. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's look at soles. Now, this tells me maybe I'm spelling them wrong. So maybe I need to change food dog to food dog. There we go. So those are sterling silver. So here we go. Look at, these are the Celadon green, $50. Yeah, see, I had a feeling about the food dog thing. Now, and even though I'm not finding these ones specifically, $20 is the lowest. Yeah, so I'm going to list these for, I think I'll probably list them for $29.99. 7 results. Somebody's got them for $9.99. I am not going to let this bother me. You know why? As soon as those are sold, I'll have the only ones and I'll be in the same price range as all the other ones. So I'm okay. That's a bit of an Amazon strategy, that as you send your stuff in and price, you're on the same page with other sellers and you're trying to get the buy box on Amazon. You don't want to play the race to the bottom game. You don't want to go in and price $1 under this seller and just keep the prices spiraling down. You want prices to go up. So let that cheap one or 2 or 3 sell. Let somebody grab those, and then you're going to be priced in a range. And then other sellers are going to research and go, oh, well, she's got hers priced at that. I'm going to price mine at that. So you want to influence prices to go up versus prices going down. So I will price these at $29.99 with best offer. I will do it. Watch for your food dogs. All right. This was a sentimental purchase. I think I'm done with I had a couple more things. We'll get those on the next show. I know I'm watching the time here. But there are some things I really wanted to go over with you that have value. This was a total sentimental purchase. This is I thought she was a shaker. She is a shaker. Okay. It's a salt or pepper that has 3 holes. One has 2 holes, one has 3 holes. I think pepper has 3 holes, right? Right? I think so. Anyway, I didn't even look. She's marked on the bottom, 022. But you can see the little cork. It is vintage. So the story behind this is, and for those who don't know, the name of my store is Utterly Good Stuff, UDD. And the reason for that, I'll try to give the condensed version. My grandmother collected cows. Her house was filled with cows. They were everywhere, literally everywhere. And I remember her having this set. And so when I spotted this, I didn't even care what the price was. I just grabbed it. It was going in my cart. So my store is named Utterly, both for my grandmother and the fact that I raised and showed Nubian dairy goats for several years. And so udders were a big part of my life. Morning and night, about 250 days of the year, give or take. So yeah, so I'm not even sure I'm selling this. It's the holy cow, but I figured I'll look it up so you can know if this is one of the salt and pepper shakers that you should be on the lookout for. All right. So I've already got salt and pepper in there. I don't need to retype that, but I'm going to put holy cow, salt, pepper. And let's see. So there they are. So it is a good set. Any solds? No solds. So I'm going to take out salt and pepper and I'm going to put shaker. No solds. So it's a fairly rare set because there's only this one set. Oh, it was a Napco. This one set available for $20. So that is one to be on the lookout for. It's the holy cows. And let me know if you find the one with 2 holes and you find a single, I'm your buyer. Okay. Just don't list it. Come to me. I'm easy to find. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. I'm all out there. Angel cow. Oh, angel cow. That's a good point. See, my brain was so stuck on it being holy cow. But again, there's one, $4.99. See, maybe I'll have to go buy that one. I'll just have to go buy that one. But it sells better as the holy cow. So words matter. Those of us who grew up with it know it as the holy cow. Holy cow. Remember, that's like was the saying. Holy cow. My grandmother had the little, she had a felt cow, and it had the little, the soup alphabet noodles that spelled out, holy cow, are you eating again? Which is probably not even PC now to have on your fridge. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's actually like why I named my store Utterly Good Stuff. And I went with the cow theme, both to honor my grandmother and because most people don't associate goats with udders. So that was twofold there. Yeah. Okay. Let me get to the stuff that I got at the antique mall. So first thing in the door, like one of the first booths I went to, I spot this. And I only knew what this was because of watching The Crazy Lamp Lady. And some of you in the chat have watched her and watched her channel, so you know what I'm talking about. She finds a lot of this over on the East Coast. She's in Pennsylvania. I have never spotted a piece of Eldrith pottery. And I'll show you. There's the mark underneath, but it's got a very classic look. Now, I paid, oh my goodness, where's my receipt? Because I don't remember what I paid. Anybody remember what I paid? Oh, I don't even have my receipt here. Darn it. I did pay up for him. I want to say I paid somewhere around $20 for him. Thinking I can flip him for 40. So let's see if I can flip him for 40. He's awful cute. All right, let's go back over. Eldrith pottery. I'm just going to put in Eldrith pottery to start, just to show you how good this pottery can be. And of course, we are going to go over to the soles. So it is a salt glaze. As I told you, I was kind of on a salt glaze kick for some reason this week. So here's a vase, $115. They make it in other colors as well, but the one that's going to stand out for me is the blue and gray salt glaze. So here's a butter for 88. Some birdhouses for 90. A bunny on a nest for, they took a best offer somewhere in between here. So I would guess they probably took 75 to 80 on this. Here's just a little crock, 78. Yeah, it sells for more than 66. So probably somewhere around 70. But you can see the roosters, 69. So it is definitely a pottery to be watching for. Now, I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to put in horse. Nothing. That's okay. I'm going to look and see if there's any available. Nothing. Okay. I love this. Now, some people say, well, do you go over to Worth Point or Terapeak or one of those? I really don't. I've seen what I need to see in the solds to know the range that this goes for. And I would say this horse is going to probably sell in the same range as a pair of chickens or a bunny. So I'm probably going to price this at like $69.99 with best offer and let her go. So it was a good $20 purchase. So my goal was for a $20 profit. So I will more than make that profit on him. Okay, go back over the little horse. And I just saw a question come through. Do you make all your listing with best offer? I do. Because here's the pricing strategy. I don't price it exactly where I hope it will sell. In other words, if I suspect it's going to sell for $20, I'm going to price it at $24.99 or $29.99 to leave myself some room for that offer. That is a retail strategy all the stores are using, by the way. Leave yourself room to give a discount. Leave yourself room to know if you're using Markdown Manager, price up so that when you use Manager and give a 20% off sale, you're still getting what you want to get for the item. So it's a really strong psychological pull on buyers to price that way. And it's also why I can take a lot of offers that are much lower than what I have the item listed for. I've got my margins built in and I price at a point where I'm going to be happy with a lower offer. So yeah. Did I miss anybody else? I'm done with the politically correct stuff. I just say it how it is. Yeah, I'm working on that. I do try to be sensitive. I don't want to just spout out things and be insensitive to other people. I try to be very considerate that not everybody has the same opinions that I do. That's just me. It's who I am. But I don't want to be afraid that I say something that gets completely blown out of proportion and said, I'm a pretty opinionated person. Ask my family. And I will get into some pretty good debates. But I love debates. I learn from debates. I learn from people having opposite opinions than mine. I'm very open to having my mind changed on things. So I go with that too. Eldrith. Yes, Yvonne. By the way, Yvonne has a channel and we love to pick up the same kind of stuff. So if you're enjoying this, go check out Yvonne's channel. She shows some pretty cool stuff too and does some lives like this as well. So yeah. Okay. And then another brand of pottery, pardon my reach, that I learned from the crazy lamp lady. There we go. Was this Pigeon Forge pottery. Another one I would not have known about. And all of these, I don't think there's a duplicate. Yeah, there's a duplicate. The chicken's a duplicate. So I've got a deer, a rooster, a fox, a fish, an owl, and another rooster. And 3 of them have blue interior and 3 of them have yellow interior. And they're all marked Pigeon Forge. I paid $30 for this set. Now, I did cheat and look these up at the antique mall because I wasn't exactly sure what they were going for. I knew I had heard about them. Okay, go back. But what I did find was this, and hopefully the same listing pulls up that I found before. You can see I've looked it up before. So get down here. You can see it's a good brand. Lots of high selling stuff. Go to our solds. I spotted this lot of 4 that sold for somewhere between 55 and 80. I am going to say they probably sold for, I'm going to say 65 to 70, maybe even 60 at the lowest. Because we know they sold for more than a combination of 70 with shipping. And the shipping's 13. Yeah, so I'm going to say they sold for in the 60 to 65 range. That works for me because I have 6. And then I saw this lot of 6 here for 55. So that tells me I can double my money if I sell them as a set. Here's my dilemma. Do I sell them as a set or do I sell them as individual mugs? Because now as we get down here, here's 2 for 35. So if you take 2 for 35, that would be 70, 89. That's 110 if I'm doing my math right. 110 if I pair them up. So I'm super tempted to do that. Super tempted to just pair them up. Or as we get down here, you can see individual ones sell for $25 each. So now I'm looking at 6 times 25 is what? Oh, don't make me do math. Okay, I'm cheating, you guys. My brain can't do the math right now. That's $150. Now, the danger in using that strategy is that some may sell and I get stuck with a couple. But I think I'm going to do individual mugs because pretty much if I sell 2 of them, I've made my investment back and the rest is all gravy. So I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go with it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So what would you guys do? Would you try to sell them all together? Hassle factor and shipping. Or would you individually list them? We are like lost twins with the stuff. I know I was watching your live show the other day going, I would have bought that. I would have bought that. I would have bought that. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, there's another thing going on Mondays. Oopsie. Yeah, the Monday noon thing was voted on in the Niche to Profit group as being the best time for most people. So, and it's a good time for me too. Even though I messed up this morning and I didn't get my shipping done. I usually get it done in the morning before I do this, and I got sidetracked this morning. So after this is done, I now have to go out to my 90-degree garage and do my shipping. So I will be a little sweaty on my shipping video this time. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. Individual. I got 1 vote for individual. Replacements. Are you saying to look on replacements to see what they sell for? And I don't know. I mean, so I see the owl and the deer and the rooster. What else? Oh, and the 5. See, I think I have all good subject matter. Yeah. No one else has an opinion on that. I'm probably going to do them individual. Plus, individual is like sell similar, boom, different pictures and a couple different words. I mean, it would be so fast to do. And then I get those extra listings up because I don't worry about, oh, I got to stay under, 250 listings or 1,000 listings or whatever the free amount that they give you is. You guys, if I can tell you anything, stop worrying about meeting your free listing quota and going over. Just go for it. Go for it. My goal, like eBay gave us those 50,000 a month free listings during this quarantine stuff. And I'm like, I really wish that I had 50,000 things to list because, man, that's awesome. Because the more stuff you get listed, the more sales you're going to get. That has proven itself over time to be a constant with eBay, that just get more quantity of stuff up on a consistent basis and you are going to get more sales. I have a goal to reach my 1,000 items listed this week. I'm like, I want to be there. I want to need to upgrade to the next level store by the time these 50,000 listings ends. I haven't done it because there's no reason to pay the higher store fee just yet because we get all the free listings. So, yep. Individual. Okay, you guys are voting for individual. Oh, I actually thought about that this morning. I thought about it being the 50% off Savers Day. But you know what? I just can't. I can't do those big, heavy sales days. I'd rather pay more and not have that many people. I don't like the crowds. I am not a crowd person at all. So, all right. You guys see anything over here that is grabbing your attention you want me to talk about before we call it a day? The big horse, I paid, it was $12.99 with 20% off. So he was like $10. He does have a repaired tail. He is a little bit of a hot mess. He's older. He's big. I probably will not list him unless he doesn't sell down at the antique mall, but he'll go down to the antique mall so somebody can actually see, in person that tail repair and this little bit of cracking right here. I think that's just from age though, because it goes all the way through. Yeah. But he's purty. I don't know what kind of wood he is. Anybody know their wood grains? I want to say walnut. Oh, I don't know. It could be. No, it's not a pine. Anybody know their wood grains? Here's the bottom. I really wish, that would help if I knew what he was. It would help date him. Oh, I forgot what else I bought at the antique mall. Yeah. All right. So this, I just discovered this is an ashtray. I didn't know that. Look, he's got a little cigarette holder thing where his little tail is. Anyway, I am a tortoise freak. They are my shell dogs. I have 3 of them. It's kind of why I didn't get my shipping done this morning, because I was just spending time with my torties, because they come out only a couple times a day from their burrows. So you gotta hit them when they're around if you want to be social with them. So I was taking them some goodies and playing with them, and yes, I will do that, Jenny. So I always am looking for unique tortoises to add to my collection. Now I recognize this glaze and he's not marked. So I did want to look this one up because this is a very distinct glaze and I have seen other pieces in this glaze. I paid $5 for him. So let's go see if we can. I always want to see that he's not worth very much, so I'm not tempted to sell him. So I'm going to look. And then it's like, oh, wait, he is marked. There it is. Oh, I can't read it. He's from Winnipeg, Canada. I don't know if you can see that. Winnipeg, Canada is written on his side. So he's a souvenir piece. So we will call him a turtle. Even though if you raise tortoises, you go, it's not a turtle, it's a tortoise. But most sellers probably would not make that distinction. So we're just going to peek. And I don't see him. I see other ones, but I don't see him. Oh, that's very close. Very close. But I know there is a name for this glaze. I have seen it before. I can't even think of it. Now let's just for giggles see what comes up if we put tortoise. And few sellers, got it. They're putting both terms. Use both terms. So I'll tell you what, tortoise people are crazy people. So now I'm going to look at, oops, if I can spell, Winnipeg, Canada, ashtray. No, nothing. It's not really the selling point, is it? The fact that he's a turtle is what makes him the selling point. So, all right. Well, I still didn't discover what his glaze is. It'll come to me. I want to say it's like a Smoky Mountain or Blue Ridge Mountain or something. It's just really like looking familiar to me. I'll come across it. So he's staying. Him and the birds are staying with me. They're not going anywhere. The swan. All right. So here is the swan. It's got that pastel, you know, it's a very Yadro-esque glaze with just the very subtle coloring, you know, like on the face with like the gray. Is that focusing? Let's see. Focusing a little better. Okay. Yep. And then there was the mark on the bottom. Does that help? All right. That's it. It's my stash for the week. Got the little bird cage. I'm probably going to put a little flower arrangement in that. I got some of the Bing and Grondel plates. Those sell really well down at the antique mall. I don't know why. I get asked for them constantly, and I have run out of every one that I've taken down there. They only sell for $10, but hey, I got them for 99 cents. That's what's missing. Where did all those plates go? I bought a whole stack. You know what? I don't remember those getting into my cart. Into my bags after. That's going to bug me now. Now I'm going to have to go figure out where those all went, because I did buy a whole stack of those. Anyway, you ever do that? You ever just get like those brain moments? You go, wait a minute, where is that? And I probably am missing like a whole box of stuff. Well, I'll have stuff for next week if I don't go shopping this week, because Lord knows I have plenty of stuff to deal with this week. So if I don't go shopping, that's why. But I'll have stuff to show you next week anyway. I'll always have stuff to show you. All right, guys. It's still Monday, and there's still listings to be done and shipping to be done and videos to make. So I hope you guys got something out of today, and I thank you all for being here. And with that, go be profitable and make it fun. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, and it'll let you know each time I upload a new video, so you can see all the new goodies coming in. All right, guys. Thank you. Happy Monday.